I am Ifahani and my metric number is AS09592 and I'm here to talk about the mammals.
Hello, I am Nashwa. My metric number is AS09893 and I am here to explain about the mammals.
Learning outcomes for this topic are: describe 5 features of mammals, discuss the timeline of the evolution of mammals, and identify several features that define each of the 3 living lineages of mammals. There are 6 basic animal groups in this world. They are consist of invertebrates, fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. So today, we are going to talk about the mammals. Without further ado, let's move on to their characteristics. These characteristics distinguish mammals. First, hair and fur. The most distinguishing characteristics of mammals are the presence of hair and milk-producing mammary glands. All mammals have hair growing from some parts of their bodies during at least some stages of their life cycles. Hair provides insulation against heat loss, and being endothermic allows mammals to be active even in cold weather. The hair color can change and camouflage to help mammals blend into their surroundings. Hair and fur can be ornamental and can serve sensory functions. Next characteristic is mammary glands. These glands enable females to feed their young without having to leave them to collect food, as birds do. Nursing also creates a bond between mother and offspring that helps ensure parental care while the young are helpless, and it provides antibodies to the young from the mother through the milk. The milk provides young with much needed proteins, sugars, fats, vitamins, and salts. The third characteristic is skeleton. The mammalian skull accommodates a larger brain relative to body size than does the reptilian skull. Also, mammalian cheek teeth are differentiated as premolars and molars. The vertebrae of mammals are highly differentiated. Typically, the middle region of the vertebral column is arched, and the limbs are under the body rather than out to the sides. Next is internal organs. Mammals have muscular hearts that contract repeatedly to pump blood, which delivers oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. Efficient respiratory and circulatory system ensure a ready oxygen supply to muscles. Muscles contractions produce body heat. Mammals have double-loop circulatory pathway and a 4-chambered heart. Mammals' kidneys are adapted to conserving water in terrestrial mammals. Last but not least is internal development. In most mammals, the young are born alive after a period of development in the uterus, a part of the female reproductive tract. Internal development shelters the young and allows the female to move actively about while the young are maturing.
The evolution of mammals. Mammals share an amnio ancestor with reptiles. Their more immediate ancestors in the Mesozoic era had a synaxic skull. The first true mammals appeared during the Triassic period, about the same time as the first dinosaurs, and were similar in size to mice. During the reign of the dinosaurs over 100 million years, mammals were a minor group that changed little. This is the timeline of the evolution of mammal groups. The common ancestor of all 3 mammal groups appeared in the late Triassic, early Jurassic period, about 220 million years ago. The earliest mammalian group was the monotremes. The marsupials probably originated in the Americas and then spread through South America and Antarctica to Australia before these continents separated. Placental mammals, the third branch of the mammalian lineage, originated in Eurasia and spread to the Americas also by land connections that existed between the continents during the Mesozoic. Now, we move on to monotremes. Monotremes, for general knowledge, monos is one, trema is whole, are 8-laying mammals that include only the duck-billed platypus and 2 species of echidna or spiny anteaters. Why it is called monotreme? Monotreme refers to the presence of a single urogenital opening called cloaca, which is a shared excretory and reproductive canal. This is the female platypus reproductive system. And this is the male platypus reproductive system. Monotremes, unlike other mammals, lay hard-shelled amniotic eggs. No embryonic development occurs inside the female's body. The female duck-billed platypus lays her eggs in a burrow in the ground. She incubates the eggs, and after hatching, the young lick out milk that seeps from modified sweat glands on the mother's abdomen. Echidnas, which feed mainly on termites, have pores that sip milk in a shallow belly pouch formed by skin folds on each side. The egg moves from the cloaca to this pouch, where hatching takes place, and the young remain for about 53 days. Then, they stay in a burrow where the mother periodically visits and nurses them. Yes, it is marsupials. Marsupials. For general knowledge, marsupium means pouch, are also known as the pouch mammals. Marsupials include kangaroos, koalas, Tasmanian devils, wombats, sugar gliders, and opossums. Female marsupials have unique reproductive system that include 2 true uterus and up to 3 vaginal canals. The embryos of marsupials are nourished by a yolk-based type of placenta inside the female's body, but they are born in a very immature condition. Newborns are typically hairless and have yet to open their eyes, but they curl up into a pouch on their mother's abdomen. Inside the pouch, they attach to nipples of mammary glands and continue to develop. Frequently, more are born than can be accommodated by the number of nipples, and it's first come, first serve. Today, marsupial mammals are most abundant in Australia and New Guinea. For example, among herbivorous marsupials in Australia today, koalas are tree-climbing browsers and kangaroos are grazers. A significant number of marsupial species are also found in South and Central America. The opossum is the only North American marsupial. Next, placental mammals. Placental mammals, also known as the eutherians, are the dominant group of mammals on Earth. Developing the placental mammals are dependent on the placenta. The placenta in placental mammals is a very specialized organ for the exchange of substances between maternal blood and fetal blood. Nutrients are supplied to the growing offspring, and wastes are passed to the mother for excretion. Although the fetus is clearly parasitic on the female, she has the advantage of being able to freely move and about while the fetus develops. Placental mammals lead an active life. The senses are acute and the brain is enlarged to the convolution and expansion of the foremost part, the cerebral hemispheres. The brain is not fully developed for some time after birth, and there is a long period of dependency on the parents, during which the young learn to take care of themselves. Most mammalians live on land, but some, like whales, dolphins, sea lion, manatees, are secondarily adapted to live in water, and bats are able to fly. Although bats are the only mammal that can actually fly, 3 types of placentals can glide: the flying squirrels, scaly-tailed squirrels, and flying lemurs. There are 20 different orders of placental mammals, and this is the parts of the order.